everybody, and welcome back to Art a la Carte. Today I want to share with you a short story of how I tried to steal Baylee Jae's artwork.
Dun dun dun!
Now I know what you're thinking. Art a la Carte? A thief? Impossible! But I tell you, the tale is true. Now before we journey back in time for this tale of terror, let me just tell you a little bit about art theft. I myself have never had someone physically steal art from me or create reprints of my paintings and try to sell them, though I do know many artists that has happened to, and it's a horrible thing. I think the closest thing I've had to art theft is actually video theft, where someone has actually downloaded one of my art tutorial videos and uploaded it on their channel. The sad thing about this is some of those videos have gotten more views on the fake channels than on my channel, which is just wrong. So now let us journey back in time to about last year this time at the Eugene City Comic-Con, UConn. And it was the very first Artist Alley that I've ever been a part of. This was the scene of my crime. Like I said, this was the first Comic-Con that I'd been to, so I set up my booth, put out my samples of all my prints that I had available, and sat down to enjoy the convention and dwell in my thoughts of, I'm not as good as all these other artists around me. And that's when I saw her. This young girl was walking past my booth when she paused, and I thought, yay, someone to look at my art. Of course, I don't want to scare people away, so I'm trying to play it cool. I do my usual smile, welcome to my booth, let me know if you have any questions, as she looks over all of my different prints. And then she stares at me with a very serious expression and asks,
So, are you the artist?
This is a question you get asked a lot at artist alleys. You never know if the person behind the table is the artist, or maybe it's their convention buddy, so you just always have to ask. Yes, I am the artist, I replied. At this point, her stare transformed to a cold, penetrating gaze.
You drew every one of these pictures?
I was a little less certain of my abilities at this point when I answered, Yes, I did. I was prepared for some other comment to come up, explaining this oddity. Instead, she slowly backed away from my booth, never breaking eye contact, and walked away. Now, there are a lot of different people that come to conventions. Some are more friendly than others, but this one was definitely different. And I was still pondering on this when I saw her, and I guess it was her father, walking past my booth when she stopped, whispered to him, and pointed directly at me. At this point, her father simply shrugged his shoulders and continued walking. And that's when it happened. This cold, icy gaze once more transformed, no, evolved, yes, into, how to say it, if looks could kill, there'd be no more Art a la Carte. Yeah, I wouldn't be posting this video right now. And then she left. If I had to choose a Toy Story character that I, personality-wise, most related to, it would be Rex, the dinosaur. Simply because, like him, I hate confrontations. I don't like to make people mad. I don't like to upset people. I don't like to be the reason that they're grumpy. I just like everyone to get along. And it was very clear that something I had done had greatly upset this girl. So I got up and I walked out to the front of my booth to see what on earth is on my booth that could upset her this greatly. And suddenly I realized the great transgression I had committed. I had samples of all the different prints and posters all over my booth, even on the sides of the booth where I can't see them when I'm sitting down, and that's where I saw it. I had the mermaid fairy picture, the one that Baylee and I had collaborated on years ago. It all became so crystal clear. This girl was obviously a fan of Baylee Jae, had seen the artwork, recognized the artwork, maybe even got her hopes up that perhaps the artist of this booth was actually going to be Baylee Jae and she would get to meet one of her lifelong art heroes. You can imagine the disappointment when there's no Baylee Jae, just me. To top it off, when she asked if I was the artist and I claimed that I was no longer just the wrong artist. I was a thief. In her mind, I had stolen this creation that Baylee had spent hours nay, years of her life perfecting her skills to create, and was reaping the rewards, the benefits that were supposed to be for Baylee and her furry family. She reacted as any good fan would, defensive, when she called upon her father to avenge this wrongdoing and he simply shrugged it off. She was left with no other recourse than a glare of death. It was the only thing she could think of to avenge her favorite artist. She never came past my booth again, never able to clarify that yes, I was the artist of all the artwork except for this half. And that when Baylee and I created this piece, we both agreed that we could each create prints and merchandise with the image, and each artist could keep whatever they made. So that is one of the reasons I decided to make this video. For those of you who have watched some of my past videos, you'll know that yesterday, Baylee and I did another collaboration together. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you go and watch that video next. They are really fun videos. But it's my hope that maybe this girl is one of you guys, that you're watching this and can hear my tale, my confession. Thank you for being on the side of artists. As a creator of artwork, it's nearly impossible for me to control what happens to my artwork. Yes, we can put watermarks on our pictures when we post them online. We can copyright them. It's you letting artists know when they find someone selling their prints illegally that helps us keep control of this. It's awesome to know that you guys have our backs. So I really do want to say thank you. And if that girl is watching, I also want to say your death glare is like awesome level. Well, thank you guys for listening to my little story time video. I'll be back again on Monday with another art video. This time I'm going to be recreating a drawing I did years ago that I posted on my DeviantArt account. So if you enjoy fan art from The Last Unicorn, you're definitely going to want to check out Monday's video. Definitely check out the collaboration that I did with Baylee Jae. So until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!